Greetings, welcome to me and Tarot Intuitive Oracle Readings. Let's talk about union today. Well, you have heard about this word union. What is that? When it's going to happen, and likewise, and the stuff, and then okay, bing bang, when it is going to happen in the world. I've been getting signals and signs that there is a pretty union which is quite a bit happening, but we need to pay attention to it closely. So, what is that? First of all, number one thing, I'm not goofing and I'm not just saying something for the sake of understanding or for the sake of keeping the spirit alive. I'm telling you because I do get the signs that there is actually a bit union which is happening and you might not be aware of it. Because people, what they think that it should be a physical union. That means if you just invite a player to play the game, you want the player to score a goal. How it is going to happen directly, right? So similarly, this union thing, let's talk more about it. But first, let's talk a bit about the understanding pattern of feminine and masculine. As we know that feminine keep the things direct to the heart, and the masculine, they take things to the brain. But if this happens, that a feminine takes the things to the brain and the masculine takes the thing to the heart, then things change. This literally happens in the world. You might have seen some people, some masculine, who say that, whoa, I'm just changing the girls, just like I'm changing the clothes. You might have seen those people in real life. But then there are people who are crying to get their ex back with them, or get to their girlfriend, to their partner, to their lover. That happens in real if that connects to their heart. Also, you might have seen some feminines who just want to play like a masculine, but also there are feminines who simply are trying and patiently waiting for their masculine. They don't show any kind of thing like say I'm moving on or I'm not dating someone. No, but they are keeping a patience and a hope. Remember, I'm talking about those people, those feminines who are keeping a patience, but then they are providing necessary observation to other parts of their life. Now, when I say that there is a union coming on, what is meant by that? Right? What do I get is that masculine is actually trying and actually is being pushed into the aura where he meets his love life. You might have sensed that. Suppose you went to a certain place and you like that place. Maybe you like the visualization of that place or the smell of the flowers, like say the rose garden, or any other flower, any kind of perfume scent, you like it. Now suppose after 3 to 4 months you are coming back to that place, and even when you're talking you just sense the smell. You said, wow. But actually there is no scent. No one else is going to smell it, but you are going to do that because you have already have it in your heart, in your mind. You just push it to your brain and you got it. This happens in no time. Regarding masculine, he actually has gone through the ups and downs of relationships. I mean, there are guys who have just really played with the feminines, just like what I said, just like changing the clothes. And I'm simply not talking about those guys, but here, some masculine who have really struggled hard. Like, you must have seen those people who say that I want to build my own business, my own job, and I want to make a wonderful family, a family with hope, with creativity. Now, the person tries to recognize everything, to earn something, but in this struggle, what happens that he starts to lose focus on you. Sometimes he becomes aggressive, sometimes he becomes furious with his work. He might even load himself into work and would not return to your home. Now, you might get emails, calls that he's going to get late because he's paying attention to his home, but then he's missing probably the best part of the life, your love. Many guys do believe that whenever they look at the feminine, they just want to get connected to them very closely, physically. That's totally false. Feminine rely mostly on sensuous thing, the way a person connects to them. A feminine requires respect, understanding, emotional quotient, and more than that, the way the person behaves with them. If a guy is going to do like that, then a feminine is definitely going to be in love with that person. But this love is far away from sexual ecstasy, sexual intimacy. It is far away from that. You might have seen that some guys have really played with some girls, but then the girl falls in love with such a guy, then her life gets destroyed because she's just thinking about him. So whatever, we are not focusing on this kind of thing. What we want to say and see here is that your masculine, your guy has actually gone to the tunnel where both of you had left the sweetest memories. Now, consider this memory the way you want to visualize it. The time when you were connected physically, when you were kissing each other, when you were just only two of you, maybe for candlelight dinner, at a certain picnic spot where only two of you are there and you're looking at surrounding. Maybe for 15 minutes you were staying there, you were just there alone together. This gives you a wonderful phenomenon because when everything else stands out, or when everything else fails, or even if he finds that there is equilibrium outside, like his friends are there, his job is there, but he finds something missing inside. That something missing is known as the emptiness. And then he wants to connect with his core memories. He connects to the core memories, and there he finds you. This is actually a bit happening with the fluctuation, and what is happening is that when actually it is happening and he's trying to communicate with the feminine is going to get puzzled. She's not understanding what needs to be done now, because she feels that why is there such a reflex? Why suddenly such a reflex? You haven't understood yet. You could feel like, okay, so he might have had a urge. What kind of urge he's having? He's not trying to connect with you passionately, physically. You couldn't see anything excited in the text. Might be trying to connect with you, might be trying to know something from you. The way you connect with him, like say, it's both of your space. Like the time you have spent together. Now when he connect to that time, what matter is that the way both of you connect to each other through that time period. Okay, I'll explain it now. Suppose the time when you were physically together. Just imagine that time. Or when you were holding your hands. Now, a guy or your masculine could be connecting to that physical passion because he got waviness from that touch. That touch made him to feel sensuous, which is why he's just thinking, I want you, or I'm thinking about you, even though he might not be aware why is he thinking about you, but he's thinking about you. And at that time when he was holding your hand or he was physically together with you, you were looking to his face, to his eyes, to himself, or you're sensing the vibration that has come through his gentle touch. Who is he? How is he? And What does he want? If at that moment he has ever touched your heart, definitely he's going to be with you. Now, what is happening is that he is going to be at that spot, connecting to that memory. And when he is going to connect with that memory, this makes a puzzle to the feminine. Feminine doesn't understand, now what should I need to do? Maybe you just feel that, okay, so I'm going to connect with the twin flame union stage, that's it. But what is mean by union? Now when he connects to that memory, and now when he look at you far from this world, from that world, he finds that you are not alone. Both of you are riding together. But then why is there such a difference? Right? Now you need to change your perspective. When two cars are traveling or two cars are trying to compete together, then people are just not looking for the one car, they're looking for the two cars, both cars. If only one car is running, no one else would pay attention to it. Only for once, okay, but every time the only one car is running, no one would ever try to pay attention to it. That's why it said both of you together form such a kind of companionship, and both of you strive to become happy together. Now I think that there becomes a kind of not exactly malfunctioning, but a kind of slightly um, exchange of emotions. Like he could connect to you spiritually, sensuously, connecting, like getting this energy from you, whatever you have sensed, his touch, his smile, his face, his energy, he is going to feel that from you. The way you have felt, he's going to feel the same for you, and you're going to feel something about him the way he has felt about you, like maybe the waviness. So when this happens, both of you are actually not ready to understand what is this happening. You could feel that, whoa, this is a new feeling to me. You become confused, right? Now you would ask that, what is this happening with me? Is this happening with me, or is this happening with my ex-partner, with my current partner? If I'm going to change, choose someone else from me. If this is happening with you, if you're part of this thing, then definitely your heart will point to you. Even while listening to this, you would find who is your soulmate. You'll figure out who is your soulmate. Suddenly you will have that person's picture right in your eyes. Now many people would ask that, okay, so okay, I even got a picture before my eyes. I feel that, okay, he's the one for me, but then he is not replying to me. And the only question which I would like to ask you, do you want to keep patience? Just like children, I guess this question comes with children. They want to plant a seed and they ask, okay, so I'm going to see a tree. How many days it will require? And elder people say that it will require at least 3 to 4 years, or at least 10 years. The child said, 10 years? You know, union is just not what is required of a physical thing, it requires more of a mental thing. And this is happening, you're actually understanding him, and more than that, he's actually trying to understand you of that time, not now, but he's trying to understand what happened exactly that time, what pushed you to do so, what is the reason you have moved on, what is the reason he stopped communicating, what was the reason everything else failed, but both of you survived somewhere, both of you are able to communicate. What is the reason? But when he is going to do that, you are not able to understand the reason behind this. If he's understanding this, if he's doing this, now what he needs to do? Now you got a question. Okay, Dane, it's going to be come back, not at all. Because simply you're not ready. He's understanding your situations, he's understanding you. But then the question is that now he has changed. So he's something different to you. And you're simply not ready to express this with him. You're trying to understand this, you're trying to listen to it, you're trying to figure it out. Who did this? Why did he do that? What are the reasons that made him to do this for me? The answer is everyone has a heart. He does have a heart. And his heart has a loneliness inside. And now, out of this loneliness, he's trying to connect, to feel that loneliness with happiness or joy. And in that struggle, in that puzzle, he connects to his heart. This thing requires the connection of the heart. If you think that you just see someone, that maybe your ex or your lover is just kissing someone on the cheeks, or maybe just giving a hug to someone, or just buying something, you'd feel that okay, now he has got someone in his life. Maybe it is wrong. Maybe he's just giving a kiss to someone because saying goodbye, farewell to that person. Maybe he's buying something because he's going to give a gift to him. Maybe his friend asked him to bring a gift because his friend has forgotten, and he was in a hurry. So he said that you just go, you just do the shopping, and bring me the package. That's it. But here, both of you are actually going to connect with a moment. That's why I get this like magical heaven, which appeared in the twin flame reading. Magical heaven appeared for feminine. She connects to that plane, but she is simply not ready because she wants her happiness. Okay, how to tell you? Because I'm getting your visualizations here. Now consider, as we say that the happy round of the world, or say the happy spiritual world, is like filled with the light. Okay, so suppose there everywhere is the light. Everywhere you go, there is light. And suddenly you go there and you find peace because you connect to a twin flame celebration. And you ask, like, okay, I'm here, but where is my twin flame? He is not here. So what is this? This is making you feel puzzled. Twin flame is not like every second you're going to get along together. I'm not going to complain together, not going to cry, not going to become sad, not going to argue, not at all. It is a vast journey, but the most important aspect of this journey is that you spend and share together a lot. However, he is now understanding you at that point, and that's why he might be keeping some loneliness within. So I just got this kind of texture only. I'm not able to understand more of it because more of it yet to come. Maybe cards will predict that. But what I'm understanding is that there is a mental understanding through each other's weakness is actually happening, and where masculine is trying to connect with you, feminine is actually being puzzled. So somewhere maybe during this month, at least from the mid of the month, you would have found that at least once a while you have had uh, a wonderful sleep. Maybe you have had a wonderful dream where you might be in a union. Maybe you must have said that, wow, it looks wonderful. Maybe the day is wonderful to you. You don't know the reason why did you feel wonderful, but that was the reason behind that. Again, I would say that if you believe that there is someone who is running behind girls and you are running behind him, then this reading simply doesn't do something for you. This is the reading for someone who actually is paying attention to become a true, wonderful person wholeheartedly. So if the feminine is actually trying to connect to the masculine, then masculine is actually trying to connect with you, and he is connecting, but he just doesn't know that how far he's going to connect with you. And masculine sometimes when sometimes they behave idiotic. Sometimes keep the words within themselves. They don't want to share this feeling with them, with their feminine. They might share this with one of their crazy friend at the bar, while smoking, while drinking, while playing a sport, whatever. Just because they feel that after sharing they would feel relaxed. That's it. And why they're not sharing with you? Because maybe it is a very deep memories of their heart, and maybe a guy doesn't want to let a girl know about the core feelings. So, but all in all, I feel very good that a union is actually a bit happening, and it's about understanding each other. So that is happening truly. So if you get any other kind of feeling, then I guess that you are the luckiest one. Share the joy with the world. Thank you, take care, and lots of blessings.